Andrew Jacked. Can anybody touch this man on the bodybuilding stage? He is, of course, a qualified bodybuilder for the 2022 Mr. Olympia event, and I am sure many of the bodybuilders are shaking in their little tiny posing trunks at the anticipation of, standing next to this guy. Now today we're going to take a look at several bodybuilders. We'll call it 4. Regan Grimes, Hunter Labrada, Hassan Mostafa, and Charles Griffen. And we're going to see if any of those guys are able to stand up against this guy. Keep in mind, I already did a comparison between Andrew Jacked and Blessing Awadibu, Nick Walker, Samson Dauda, Akeem Williams, Ian Valliere, and Andrew Jacked. He's looking pretty good next to all of those guys. So let's see if any of these aforementioned guys, like I said, Regan Grimes, Hunter Labrada, Hassan Mostafa, and Charles Griffen, will begin with, of course, Regan Grimes. See if any of these guys can defeat this guy. And at the end, there's a little bonus. I'll tell you exactly where I place Andrew Jacked at the Olympia, what place he will land. And I can tell you one thing for sure. As far as the front double is concerned, he is going to place ahead of Regan Grimes. Structurally speaking, Regan is awesome. He's outstanding. But Andrew's better. He has bigger quads and 100% better arms. So yeah, that's a write-off for the front double. Will he be standing next to this guy? Hunter Labrada. He's going to have the politics behind him. Of course, he got into that top 4 spot last year at the Olympia. That's unbelievable. Will he get in there again? I don't know, guys. He took a lot of heat from the fans, things of that nature, because, of course, Nick Walker placed underneath of him. In the front double, I gotta say, I like Hunter's arms. Didn't mean to call him Nick. I like Hunter's arms, but the physique, even the legs, Andrew Jacked all the way. Now, here's a different type of monkey wrench that you could throw into the plans of one Andrew Jacked. The Colonel. Little Colonel Crunch. Nobody's talking about him. He's a different type of creature altogether. Ripped and strided, hard as a, piece of granite. But so very short. Very, very short compared to this bubbly, aesthetic creature. I don't see it. I see Andrew Jacked defeating everybody so far. But what about Charles Griffen? Now here is an X factor. Out of all of the guys I looked at, Charles Griffen, he means more business than any of them, and Hunter Labrada included. So Charles Griffen, a guy we are all overlooking, perhaps, not a whole lot of people talking about him. He could be the dude to take out Andrew Jacked. Go through these shots here. So, we only have so much time. Was he beating Jacked in the front double, Charles Griffen? Well, it's close, guys. This is a situation where Regan Grimes, this is Regan, front lat spread. He's good. He's awesome, structurally speaking. And Andrew Jacked just has his number. He's a little bit better structurally. He's taller. Looks like he has bigger quads. So yeah, it's game over, guys. Hunter Labrada in the first 2 shots. He is going to lose to Andrew Jacked. All politics aside. Hey, I'll tell you where I see them. And then I'll tell you where I think the judges will place them. It might be a situation where these 2 guys might not even be compared. It could be that type of situation. Which is unfair, I know. But that's the way bodybuilding works. Anyway, it's a blowout, guys. Front lat spread for Hassan Mostafa. He's so small. Made him about the same height as Hunter in the front lat because Hunter bends at the knees in a lot of the shots, and Hassan, he does go straight-legged. I don't want to go into an hour of explaining to you guys how I size these dudes, but, I do it to my best of abilities. And besides, some of them can stand, they walk in front of the other guy to make themselves look bigger. So if I missized it, just assume that's what happened. There's no way, shape, or form Mustafa can take this guy. He's just too short. Now, Griffin, on the other hand, he's actually a little taller than I thought. He's about 5'9". So he's a good height, and he does hold his knees straight. He stands nice and straight. He sized pretty good up against Blessing Awadibu. Blessing not far off of Andrew Jacked. So this Charles Griffen, lat for lat, too, guys. Look at this. He's holding his own against Big Andrew Jacked. Now, out of the first two, like I said, Charles Griffen, he has more impact against this physique than anybody else. Is he beating him? It's not what I'm saying. I'll let you know at the end. Side chest development. Now, here is where Jacked could get into some trouble. Here is where he could start losing some points, even against Regan Grimes. Regan, keep in mind, he has improved this shot over the years so much. Pec, separation from pec to torso heap. I don't want to call it a big man's manly chest, but I guess it is. Side chest for Hunter Labrada. Man, he sits so low, guys. And I know, but Marks makes muscle. You're making him too short. You sized this all incorrect. Hunter, he's funny. He's a funny guy. He sits really low in the side shots and in the back shots, as we'll see. Look at him against Ian Valliere. Ian, me old Irish Buckingham. I think Hunter is thick enough, including Regan Grimes. I think they're both thick enough to defeat Andrew Jacked in the side pec. Here's Hassan, the Colonel Crunch. And poor Jacked, he's getting roughshod. He's getting run all over. Anyway, is Hassan really beating him? I think so. Look at the striations, cross striations, cuts in those quads. Wow. Unbelievable is the little Colonel, but he can get lost in a lineup. He's thick but short. Here's Charles Griffen. I don't think that Charles has as much impact in the side as the other guys do, compared to their front shots anyway. Make no mistake about it, though. Charles Griffen is outstanding. And yes, he is holding his own. Now, there is the possibility that the judges will look at height alone and give Andrew Jacked a victory out of all the gentlemen that I aforementioned. But, I don't see it. Side tricep is a much better pose for Andrew Jacked. He is taking Regan Grimes to school. Poor Regan. He's probably at home thinking, I got so good over the years. My structure's going to beat everybody's. And then Andrew Jacked comes along. And he's better. He's better muscularity-wise and structurally speaking. Now, Hunter Labrada is a dude that can take Andrew Jacked in the side tricep C's, baby please, Louis Marco. That's a Louis Marco reference. Anyway, I'll be back. That's from Arnold. Little too smooth, monsoon. Nobody's too smooth here, gorilla. It's Jesse the Body Ventura, the governor. Anyway, I was always a fan of Hunter Labrada's side tricep development. But man, Andrew Jacked is good. What about the Colonel? I see the Colonel. He's conditioned, guys. He did what the judges told him to do, but he's just too short. He's thick, he's big, but compared to these other guys, these giants, kind of get lost in the pack. And Andrew Jacked is anything but gangly, skinny, like a big spider. Well, here is Charles Griffen. And I think this guy does pose some difficulties for Andrew Jacked. Very similar hit as this pose, the pose position. But still, Andrew Jacked all the way. So out of all the shots so far between Jacked and Griffen, it's pretty close, to be honest with you. Dan, here is the rear lat. The first of the two back shots. Regan Grimes is pretty good. But like I said, Andrew Jacked just has a little bit more size, a little bit more width. Ooh. Regan could catch him in the hamstrings. Look at those pipes. Separation? Wow. But of course, Jacked was defeating Martin Fitzwater. He was peeled too. Here's Hunter. No, I didn't missize him, guys. He sits so low. He bends at the knees substantially, does Hunter. Makes for thickness in the quads, or the hamstrings, the legs all together. And look at the calves on the man. His back is big. His back is huge. I think Andrew Jack's is a little bit wider. It's actually, he's doing a lot better than I thought he would against Hunter Labrada. Here's Hassan. And like I said, guys, he's conditioned. He stands straight at the knees. You can see that. So obviously he's going to be, he's shorter than Hunter. But when they stand like this, he's going to be about the same height. I don't see any threat here to Andrew Jacked. Now here is Griffin again, guys. See, physiques, different styles, like they say in fighting, styles make for fights. And this here physique stands up against Andrew Jacked. It's unbelievable, is Charles Griffen. So Jacked, you better watch out for Griffin. Here's the rear double, both arms Louis. And Regan, he's not bad. He's not bad. It's a situation where the guy needs a few more years. He's growing slowly, nice and slow, like a Samson Dauda. Wait these guys out. They're going to push the ticket. You're going to keep growing slowly. He's conditioned. He's conditioned for sure. Here's Hunter. And Hunter, what a different type of a back development this is. He's big. Look at the size of his upper back. Now, arms, delts, things of that nature. He's bigger than your Andrew Jacks. Keep in mind, he's about a half a foot shorter. So if they were the same height, he would be a juggernaut. Legs, I'm more impressed. But then you look at the lower lat insertions, the biceps, triceps of Jacked. And of course, he is big. He is over 6 feet tall. Hassan Mostafa, very impressed with the conditioning of this guy. Very impressed. He was a little bit soft. They called him Soggy Glutes Hassan. Don't call him that anymore, guys. He's ripped and striated. Very hard and grainy, too. He's not going to get a victory over Andrew Jacked, though. And here is that X Factor. His back is huge. What is with Charles Griffin's back? It's immense. Lower lat insertions up the yin-yang. My soul. Andrew Jacked could be in trouble. Who's more conditioned? Keep in mind, guys, Charles Griffen lost to Blessing Awodibu at the Indy. Abs and thigh. And if there was one specialty of your Regan Grimeses, your Samson Daudas, your things of that nature, it's these aesthetic poses. And Andrew Jacked, the big Jack man, he's got everybody's number in this. He's heavy in the quads, light in the midsection, heavy in the ab muscles, which is good, bubbly round, and extremely thick and wide in those lats. Don't even try, Hunter. Now, condition-wise, this is where the judges can use politics against Andrew Jacked, and they can say, well, Hunter is more conditioned. He's got more striations. But so was Martin. Martin was more conditioned. In my opinion, that is, than Andrew Jacked. From behind, a lot of these front shots, Andrew Jack's peeled, ripped. And Hassan, none of those short, stocky guys. Their only hope was getting a win in the back shots, the side shots, things of that nature. And Andrew Jack can more than hold his own in those back shots. So I don't think anybody can take this guy except for the Griffin man. Now, of course, the abs and thigh, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that Andrew Jacked, he has to watch out for Charles Griffen, I think. And realistically, guys, Hunter, he's probably going to be in a different pack. But if he is in the same pack as Andrew Jacked, I think he definitely has to watch out for the man. And oh yeah, we still have one more pose. I actually like Regan Grimes better in this shot. So Regan, he didn't lose every pose. Arguably, he's losing this one. But realistically, he's not getting defeated. Look at his chest in the arms, things of that nature. And I'd give him the side chest, speaking of big man's manly. So I guess Regan, he loses all of them except 2 shots against Jacked. And what about Hunter? Hunter, in almost the same situation. I have, personally now, I have Andrew Jacked ahead of Hunter Labrada, which is outrageous. I understand how foolish that sounds, but hey, you gotta look at this the way you judge a bodybuilding competition. Who would you rather look like? Who looks more intimidating or, impressive, imposing? Hunter, he's just, the midsection, torn pec against this big, perfect jacked. And throw on Hassan. Looks like his midsection is a little bit too distended, I think. It's not a triple, double, bubble gut. But maybe it is. I don't know. He's got such big, thick, muscly quads. It's a shame to see a guy that's going to place out of the top 10 at the Olympia with such a good physique. And Griffin, as far as Griffin is concerned, there is a few shots like this one where if he was a little bit more impressive in this shot on the abs and thigh, of course he has that vacuum pose for the abs and thigh. So keep that in mind. And this one here, he looks pretty good, but very imposing. And that's the word, I guess, for Andrew Jacked. Very imposing. And compared to all four gentlemen, it is looking pretty for Mr. Jacked. Personally, I probably would give him an edge over all four. So is he going to place in that top 5? After all, Hunter Labrada did, last year. So if he beats him, where is Andrew Jacked going to place at the Olympia? I promised you guys I'd give you a little bonus and tell you where I have him placed. Just a number, so don't get mad at me, guys. Andrew Jacked will place 8th. He's going to place number 8 at the Olympia. Now, who's going to defeat him? I do believe that Hunter will use some politics, some political pull. Plus, Hunter's going to be improved. I just think that they're going to put him ahead of Andrew Jacked. If I'm wrong, hey, I'll eat my humble soup, stew, things of that nature. I also think that Ramy, Hattie, Brandon, Bonac, and Nick Walker. And, of course, Ian Valier. I'm not saying that I have them ahead of Andrew Jacked. I'm just saying that is who I believe will be the only guys to defeat this guy this year at the Olympia. And that's saying a lot, guys. There's a lot of other gentlemen in there to look out for, including Charles Griffen. I think he's going to be the one to look out for sure. He's going to be the dark horse. And there's Samson Dauda too, guys. Plenty of dudes. So 8th is a friggin' good placing. That's just my opinion though, guys. Let me know your opinion in the comments section below. That's the fun about bodybuilding. We guess what's going to happen, then we see what's going to happen, and if we're right, we're right. We're wrong, we're wrong. Have a great day, guys.